Hello? You ready?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. You know what? My hair is not even done. I don't have makeup. And you accepted me when I don't have the makeup on.
Well, girl, you pushed the request. So what you want to do, honey? I
You
just
know what?
randomly.
Yeah. You know what? I'm here.
You putting clothes on, boo?
No, let's do it. I just cover my um head like
Is
that.
that a go-to? You got a go-to?
No, it's just
Oh,
jewelry.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a better light? Like a light that can be brighter? Okay, actually, your light's not that bad. It's just my light. But if you can put a light in your... Oh, that's probably better. Yeah, what you got going on?
Yeah.
Let me
Is
see.
that good?
Okay, yes. What's your name, honey?
My name is Anju.
Anju. How do you spell that?
Anju.
Anju. So we're going to have to follow a 7-second rule. So just try to wait a few seconds after me to respond. So Anju, where are you from and how old are you?
I was born. Oh yeah, 7 seconds. I was born in Bhutan. I grew up partly in Nepal, partly in India, and partly here in the U.S. So,
Okay. Where do you live now?
California, the Bay Area.
Bay Area. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Anju, Bay Area, California, 30. What do you do for a living?
I'm a security officer.
Security officer. You have any children?
One.
How old is your child?
She's gonna be going on 8.
8. So Anju, Bay Area, California, 30, security officer. One child is 8. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
Libra. They said we're not lagging. Thank you, God. What kind of man you looking for, boo?
I really want a man that believes in God, who is really dedicated to the Bible, who knows the chain of command from the Bible, because I can say I want a man who believes in God, but a man can go to a church and not know God. I really want you to follow the chain of command of what the Bible says, because I've been studying Bible since at the age of 18, and I have not stopped. 2 days out of the week, I have not stopped doing that. So for me, keeping that discipline and regularity is really important. I want a man that can give me, we can give both each other so much love, we can spoil with each other love. I mean, I think a man and a woman can go with each other, the differences and stuff like that, but agree to disagree, right? A man that can agree to disagree, a man who can teach me how to, if I'm like turned up, right? Like my voice, I'm not behaving. I want a man right there, like, no, we can communicate, we can talk. We don't need to sit here and argue. We don't need to sit here and fight and bring the chaotic and chaos into our life. It's unnecessary. Even right now, I feel like I'm like spending extra energy, which I feel like I don't need to, right?
Okay.
If you and I are, both of us are, two people are in peace and at peace, we should be able to communicate and sort things out, based on communication rather than fight. A fight and toxic is something that I stay away from.
Okay. Now, do you practice a certain religion?
I'm sorry?
I said, I know you want a man that believes in the Bible, but do you practice a certain religion?
I feel like I grew up with my mom and dad. I grew up in very different religions. My mom was Christian and my dad was Hindu. So like growing up in that different, I'm losing words right now. There's so many people, and I'm with you on when you first started it, I was watching you. I was doing the security. I was like telling people like, hey, look at Kendra G is doing a great job, connecting people. And I was telling a lot of people about it. And I always try to connect with you. And I never got to it. And here you go. Right now, I'm with you. Kendra.
Hey, baby. I received that. Thank you, honey. So the reason I asked this, because I'm just trying to figure out, I'm not sure, because you had me on, this has to be a Bible guy.
Yes.
So I don't know about our religions. All I know about is Christianity. That's why I was trying to figure out, do you subscribe to that? But the question I want to know are you waiting for marriage to have sex, or that's not a rule you're practicing?
Um, that's not a rule. For me, I mean, I'm not particular about it. As long as I connect and I like somebody, I feel like that's a secret in between two people. Like sex is very secret in between two people. If we give consent to each other, then that's like, it becomes a magic. But when one person likes one person and then one person doesn't like the same, that's just a disaster. I feel like I have a daughter that's 8 years old. I never liked him. The only reason I got with him was to smoke weed. And he pretty much like, he liked it me, so he forced me into it. And I was only, I was when I was at the age of 18. I was 18 years old, and now I'm 30. All that time being wasted. Now I can't buy that time to find a husband to grow old with, right? But that's my ultimate goal, to grow old with a man that loves me, that wants to take care of me, and I would want to do the same.
Okay. What are your deal breakers, Anju?
Yes, you said it right.
What are your deal breakers, honey?
My deal breakers are earlier stated drama and disrespect.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
I definitely want a handsome looking man. I feel like I done been settling for an ugly looking face. I just feel like I deserve a good looking man,
Yeah, she said she's been settling for ugly. You changing that up?
Yes.
Okay, no more ugly men. Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Not necessarily, as long as he knows how to be a hardworking individual, right? Because sometimes even a rich man can lose everything and he has to build all over again, that, right? Even a rich man is not a rich man if he do not know how to manage his own money. So therefore, I want a man who mentally knows, how to take care of things, how to listen, pretty much. Like, because if I have a man next to me who do not know how to listen, you're pretty much wasting your life for it. I feel like I wasted all my 20s next to a man that didn't care to listen to me. I was there to providing love and support. He was like a pre-diabetic individual that I pretty much cured him by the way I fed him food, by the way I took care of him. I took care of his stepson that he had with another woman, with my money. And out of all of that, all I got in return was disrespect, so.
Okay. Andrew, does the guy have to be a certain ethnicity or race?
I mean, necessarily, like, my daughter's father, he's African American, a nigga from right here in the Bay. I see potential of, like, I like people with culture. Like, Americans, I don't really understand the culture of America. So therefore, even though I try to associate myself with Americans, it's like, it's really hard. It's like I get them because I went to high school here. So I kind of know, right? I relate with them, but they don't relate with me. So a man who has a culture, background, that would definitely do good.
Okay. Did I ask you if he has to make a certain amount of money?
I think you did, but not necessarily. I don't require for him to make certain type of money, as long as he knows how to manage. I think management is really a big deal to me.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh my God. Sure. I've been working on my body really hard. So I go to the gym and stuff like that. So
okay, we see you. I got a question. I think I might have missed it, but some of the cousins are asking me in the comments if you said, did you say your child's father Did you say the N word from the Bay Area?
Yeah, he's a nigga. Yeah.
Woo!
The reason I say no one can, I feel like I will be able to talk to them because all my 20s, I was new to this country. In America, I was new. I never seen a black individual. And that individual for 5, 10 years calling me on my face, nigga, nigga, what, bitch, what the fuck, all that.
Well,
All
let me
that.
jump in real quick. And I'm from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually grew up with, the N word is very sensitive, right? And
right.
Black people, like I'm a person that grew up around Latino people saying the N word. And
right.
so I'm accustomed to that. I know a lot of Black people don't like anybody that's not Black saying the N word. And I know Black people don't like nobody Black, period, saying the N word. So I am going to tell you that you utilizing that word, you got certain Black people like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure they're hating and they got a lot to say, but none of you Black people were there when a Black man was abusing me and talking, belittling me and saying on my face, like, spitting on my face, throwing fruits on my face and saying that, calling me a nigga. I told him for 10 plus years, like, I am not a nigga. Do not call me that. Please don't. Went to his uncles, went to all the people in EPA, but did they corrected him? Did they once told him that, hey, don't call that girl a nigga? She ain't no nigga. She has nothing to do with us. Yeah, you shouldn't be involving with us. Like, you shouldn't be calling her a nigga. But did anybody stand up for it? All my 20s been wasted up. Now I'm in my 30s, and that individual still got connected a drama with me, which I just want to like disconnect from myself. Even if I gotta get out of the country, I'll do so, but like I am trying to get that away from that, especially the word also, because I necessarily don't think any woman should be using such a word, and especially me not being a Black woman, I shouldn't be using that word. But yet the fact that I feel like I was pressed into it, talked down to it, I was called that word more than 1,000,000 times, so therefore I feel comfortable using it. I feel like I earn it, I own it, and nigga don't treat me like a slave. And right now that nigga probably thinks I'm his slave, but I'm not. If I don't want to love you, I have right to not love you.
What's your ethnicity again, Angie? Some people ask me that in the comment section.
My ethnicity is worldwide, but I mean, I grew up in different countries, right?
So what's your parents? What's your ethnicity?
I'm from Bhutan. I was born in Bhutan.
What is your bloodline? Do you mind me asking that? Because I think the question's getting confusing. Like, what are your parents' bloodline? Like, I don't know how to say it to get.
Honestly, I did so much research. I did ask my parents and stuff, their family, and my mom's side and dad's side. My mom looked like a Black woman. Obviously, there's a Black woman out here like looks like my mom. I'm like, oh my God, can I take a picture with you because you look like my mom, right? And then in the other hand, my dad, he looked like a white man because he had blue eyes. The background of British slavery time. That's like different side of the world, right? So for me, I did so much research and I still haven't found out who my people are, and that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm a human being, and nigga didn't call me nigga for like million gazillion time that I feel like I own the word. Like,
listen. Here's let's for you already said it enough, and you did explain why you said it. I am gonna prepare you. You're gonna get a lot of backlash from individuals about saying it that way. And so as long as you're ready for the backlash that you're surely going to get for saying it, I just want to prepare you in advance. Okay, but let's continue.
Yeah.
And let's try not to use it anymore as we continue. We're almost done. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was like 2-3 years ago.
3 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I chose not to, but I mean, yeah.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
It's like I do, but I definitely want. I don't care what what man I connect with, right, or what background he is, right, what he is, right. But I do want that man if I ever ended up having a child with a man, I would completely want to be in control of the motherhood part. I do not want the man to interfere with my purpose and my plan of my department of, like, I don't want man to come fight fight me in the kitchen, like, I want to be able to freely do my kitchen work. I don't want men to come argue with me about my work. I feel like for 8 years, that individual was telling me what to do, telling me how, I was telling that individual, like, no, child shouldn't be drinking so much, juice and sugar. It's gonna, their teeth is gonna be bad. We're gonna have to feed the child also water and intake other substances. And I had that individual arguing with me, raising that child. I don't even feel like I'm a mother. Yeah, I know, like, the child was in me, but since I was interrupted throughout my mothering process of so much, I feel like I don't even feel like I'm a mother. That if I ever God blesses me,
do you have custody of your child?
right now we're going through a battle, but that individual is lying on my name,
Oh, so the
speaking.
child's father, your child's with the child's father.
Well, recently, we're going through a battle. The child lived with me 6 years, and when he continually started wanting sex from me, financial assistance from me, and him wanting to mess with other black men, not the black man that I want to mess with, but
Wait,
like through him.
wait. Your child's father is bisexual?
I don't know what he is, but I feel like he certainly feels like he's jealous of me. Like, he takes
But wait, I
over
want
my
to make sure
4
I
sisters.
understood.
I have
He messes with other black men.
no, I have 4 sisters, and he's jealous of my character or not.
Well,
Like, he
you
takes
just
over
said
my
that he wants to mess
sisterhood.
with. You said something that alluded to the fact that he messes with other black men.
Well, no, I think a black man has his own way of doing things. And when he doesn't want to submit to 9 to 5, and he has no business and he has no way of making money, the street people is always gonna, like, look for penny on the street, right? So that's the type of individual he is. Like, it's like, no, he doesn't believe in that 9 to 5, because that's too much pressure, right? He rather collect pennies from the floor. So I mean, these people are a different kind of caliber people. I feel like I made a mistake, and that mistake has never left me alone. All I wanted was in my entire life was to be a wife to a man, and my entire 20s has been wasted him saying that, you're not a wife material. It's all the game that this man runs. And good women such as I don't say myself like I've never sinned, but I think I try to, like, not do bad things, but when men don't get their way, they're gonna always push shit on my name, right? Like, no, I raised pretty much my
What version of the Bible do you read?
what version. I actually even paid for some of the Bibles. I have different religions of Bible, different Christianities.
Oh, you have different Bibles.
No, I mean, like,
So we
I
started off. The reason I brought it up because in the very beginning you said you want a person that reads the Bible all the time. This is all taking a turn for me. So I was just trying to figure out which Bible you got, girl.
you want to know? No, I mean, I have. Do you want me to show you? I mean, I have different Bibles. I even paid for a Bible. I called them because I like the version. I liked what I read online. I was like, oh, the way they're translating, the way I'm understanding, the way I'm intaking my spiritual food. I like this. You know what? It's better for me to understand, because before I had a Bible that says "Thou shalt not." Like, I'm like, well, what? I don't know what that is, right? If a common Bible or wording says you shouldn't do this, oh, okay, easy. I shouldn't do this. It's easy for me to understand. Easy translation versus harder one. So,
Anju, why do you think you're single?
I think I'm single because that my crazy ex don't want to let me go, and I need to be free from him.
You're not married, right? You're not married, right?
No, I'm not married. He's married. I prayed. I got on my knees when he was bothering me so much. I prayed. I was like, God, please bless him with a wife. He has a wife, but I think he does not want to let me go. He's very confused, man. He doesn't know how he wants, what he wants with me, and I want him to tell me, because if he does not release me, I
How is he
cannot have another
not
man.
releasing you if he has a wife? Y'all don't live together. How is he keeping you captive, y'all? I don't understand that.
It's just like I had a man, like the boy that I was dating 3 years ago. Like we was very much in love and stuff like that, and he pretty much threatened him. And like few couple of boyfriends that I've been dating, he goes and threatens them. He goes talks to them, and he continues on the fight with me. So like it's really hard for me to move on with another man or to have another man, because he's not willing to let it go. But he's gonna make it seem like, no, I have moved on. I have a woman. But no, you have not let me go. You need to free me so that I can freely give myself to another man, because I cannot. No man is gonna accept, oh, you have another man after you. How I'm gonna make you mine, right? No, no man is gonna do that.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you? We are curious to hear this answer.
I think a man would be lucky to have me, because I just like we are made of light and dark. I know how to represent that light, and I know how to work with my darkness and still bring the good out. And I am that good woman. I'm dedicated. If I say I'm for you, I'm going to be for you, and I'm going to be following the commandments of the law of the Bible, that the way I'm supposed to take care of you. And just like being a mother, I never thought I was going to be a mother, but pretty much the nature prepares you how to be a mother, how to take care of that child. I raised that child in a very violent environment. Even being pregnant, that individual was like, I had by the way, 2 other pregnancy, he asked me to take it down. He said I couldn't have that baby because I didn't have a driver license. I was only 18 years old. And I worked very hard for a driver license because he would not leave me alone. He kept on coming around me. I said, you must want me, right? Because it's really hard, especially me not having a family support. It's very hard.
On a serious note, have you ever saw a therapist?
I've seen therapists, and I've graduated therapy, but if you really listen to me and talk to me my stories chapter by chapter, you will understand me. Right now I'm trying to give you a book, and I don't know how to give you just the background of summary.
But I still think you're dealing with, and fair enough. You explain why you use the N-word, and it seems like you went through a lot with your child's father. And I feel like just listening to you here, you are still dealing with a lot of trauma that you went through with your child's father. And I think therapy can help you move forward or unpack it, because when I asked you why you were single, you said you're single because your child's father won't let you go. So we know he's very still present. You guys are going through a custody battle.
No, he's not present, by the way. No, he's not.
Well, you said the reason you're single is because he won't let you go. So if a new man comes into your life, he should expect to have drama. You say that your last relationships ended because of your child's father. So if I'm a new man watching this, I would think there's drama with you.
There's drama as far as if a man do not understand that side is still hanging on to it, right? Because the reason I graduated therapy is because the professional.
You went to therapy and you graduated?
Yeah, I graduated therapy. I worked for doctors. I worked for therapy doctors.
Who was the therapist that told you was done? You need a couple more sessions. You need a couple more sessions. Couple more.
No, what I like I said, I told the authorities, whatever it takes, do it. Give it to me. I'm willing to, if you want me to stand like this like a robot and never move, I'll do so. But I don't want this man bothering me. I've been having it going, and he also threatened my grandfathers and stuff like that. I have a whole book about it, right? I can't just run away from this man, try to get away and go somewhere else and still, deal with that issue. So I'm really literally around the corner from it. It is a big old mass drama, but thank God I do have peace in me, and I think I'm willing to move forward with a man who understands that drama, you know, and
Okay.
yet we can have a peace together in the sanctuary and just like eat peacefully, you know, sleep, what, you know, do rest of the thing peacefully. But I did talk a lot. I'm not supposed to talk all this. I talked a lot. Expression. Wow, this is crazy.
We gotta go, boo. Give the man who is willing to go down this road with you, child. What is your IG?
I don't even know if they're willing to. It's ANJU B as in boy, ISWA. Even if you're not, I'm already well secure. And people here, a lot of people know the whole situation because I have a reputation not in this country but in other countries, and people know how I am, who I am, and what kind of work and what kind of support I've done for the people and to the people. So the drama that I explained to you, that is of the past for sure.
What is the age range you would date?
Um, Age range, I would definitely want like 25 to 40. 40.
Okay. All right, Andrew. We're gonna go, honey.
Okay, well, Kendra, it was so good to see you.
Okay,
Good talking to you.
nice talking to you too, baby. Bye,
Indeed.
boo. Bye, sis.
Bye.